Dear learners, welcome in this video session for Ophthalmic preparations part 2. As I have discussed eye drops in part 1, today I will discuss in detail for eye lotion and eye ointment. So, what are the learning outcomes? So, after attending this video session, you will be able to explain the formulation, method of preparation, packaging and labeling of eye lotions and eye ointment. Now first of all we will see eye lotions. So what is eye lotion? So these are the sterile aqueous solutions used for washing for the eyes. Means to wash our eyes we have to use eye lotion. Now the eye lotions are supplied in a concentrated form. Already in this container, like this way we have to supply it, but it should be in a concentrated form we have to supply and are required to be diluted. How we can use it? We have to dilute it with the warm water immediately before use. Now essential requirements. So what are the essential requirements for eye lotion? So obviously it should be sterile, there should be no foreign particles, it should be isotonic with the lacrimal secretions, the neutral pH to avoid, it should maintain neutral pH to avoid the irritation and discomfort. Like this is the example of eye lotion. You can see that. Now some examples we can say how and which type of lotions are there. So first of all it is divided into two types. First is the sterile aqueous containing no bactericide and aqueous solutions containing bactericide. When there is a no bactericide, how we can use it? It should be used once or not exceeding 24 hours. But when there is a bactericide, we have to sterilize when used and it should be used in a week. Now we will see the formulation part. So to make the eye lotion, what we require is first our ingredient, that is a drug API. Then we require vehicle and isoosmotic agent. So as a drug we require NaCl, sodium bicarbonate, boric acid or borax we can use as a drug. And for vehicle we have to use water and isoosmotic agent we can add. Now we will see the preparation part in detail. So preparations for eye lotions. So there are also 3 steps. First is a dissolution of the drug in vehicle, then clarification and sterilization. Clarification in the sense filtration and sterilization. For example, if I take sodium chloride eye lotion as an example, then how we can prepare sodium chloride eye lotion? So we have to take 9 gram of sodium chloride and we have to dissolve it into 1000 ml of purified water. So what we have to do? What are the steps for preparation? So first we have to take 800 ml of purified water. We have to add 9 gram of NaCl into it. After that we got a solution. Then we have to make a volume with the 200 ml of purified water. So it will be 1000 ml of lotion. After that we have to second step, clarification. So we have to filter it. So for filtration we have to use the sintered glass filter of a grade 4. After that we have to transfer it into the container and we have to seal it. And after that there will be a sterilization by autoclaving. Now containers. Which kind of containers we have to use over here? So we can use properly seal containing screw cap with either rubber, plastic or other impervious cap liner. It must not contain cork. It should be colored and fluted or resistant to autoclaving. Now labeling. So how we can label it, or which kind of label we can see on the eye lotion preparation? So there will be a label like not to be taken orally. It must be there because we have to use eye lotion to wash the eye. Avoid contamination during use. Discard any unused part after 24 hours or a week after first opening. And for external use only. This is the requirement for labeling. Now these are the examples. For example, sodium chloride 9 gram, purified water we have to use 1000 ml, and sodium bicarbonate, that is the 35. These are the examples of a eye lotion. Now we will see eye ointment. So what is eye ointment? Eye ointment are sterile preparations meant for application to the eye. Means these are prepared under aseptic conditions and packed in a sterile collapsible tubes. To pack this, we have to use collapsible tubes. In this picture, we can see this is the eye ointment. This is the tube. Here, this is the eye ointment. You can see. Now, formulation. So, for that, obviously it's ointment. So, we require ointment base as well as medicament. So, it should be water or oil soluble. Ointment base. So, we can use the sterilized by heating method. It should be free from irritation. Diffuse drug uniformly throughout, melt by body temperature. It should be melt by body temperature. Because whenever we are applying the ointment, see over here, whenever we are applying the ointment, after some time, it should be melt into the eye. Now ointment bases, these are some examples of ointment bases. Which kind of ointment bases we can use it? So we can use the yellow soft paraffin 80 gram, liquid paraffin 10 gram, wool fat 10 gram, then yellow soft paraffin obtained from petroleum. Here also it reduces viscosity of preparation, the liquid paraffin, that's why we have to use it. And for easy removal from the tube, wool fat we have to use because of emulsification of product. Now we will see the preparation of eye ointment. So how we can prepare it? We have to take the wool fat and yellow soft paraffin. After that we have to melt it and we have to add liquid paraffin into it. Now we have to take a filter paper and we have to filter it. Then we have to fill into the container. Then we have to sterilize it by dry heat sterilization at 160 degrees centigrade for 2 hours. We have to add medicament. So here adding of medicament is the last step. After that we have to pack it into the sterile container. Now how we can incorporate the medicament? So these are some methods of incorporating medicaments. So it's depend on the nature of drug. For example, if the medicament is a water soluble, so what we can do? If it is water insoluble, so what we can do it? And if it is insoluble in water as well as ointment base, so what we can do it? So what we have to do, if the medicament is a water soluble, we have to dissolve it in a minimum volume. After that we have to do sterilization and incorporating in a melted base. If it is water insoluble, then we have to first take a finely powdered drug. We have to make it, and after that we have to mix it with a molten base. And if it is insoluble in both, so we have to take extremely fine particles. Now containers. So here we can use to fill this collapsible tube as a single application container, soft capsule also, then multiple sterilized tin or aluminum or collapsible tubes as it's shown over here with nozzles, tube sealed in a package from which removal is not possible, and screw cap covered with a readily breakable seal. It should be prevent contamination during use. Now we will see labeling. Here we can see that this tube is there. In this we have to fill it. Now labeling, which type of labeling should be there? So that should be written for external use only, store in a cool place, as well as avoid contamination during use. So this is all about eye lotion and eye ointment. Thank you dear learners. Now in part 3 we will study about the evolution of ophthalmic preparations. Keep learning.